really quick. You can sort of see the Seattle potentially getting a little bit more tired, and a great score there by Kittredge.
Just sailed a little bit, but Kittredge able to pull it down using all his length.
Maybe. Oh, a spectacular catch there by Seattle.
That was a beautiful catch.
Mark Burton really had to weave his way around Dogfish players to grab that, and also keeping himself in bounds. It's fantastic athleticism.
Really impressive.
The Seattle receiver.
I wonder, Sean, having your coach out there on the field playing with you, if that's an advantage of, obviously he can call the line, call the plays, talk to the other players while he's out there.
Well, Pollard has options, throws a Rasmussen. Oh, and that is a dangerous play there by Burton. Really,
he is hurt
in any sport, but this is a non-contact sport, and it really took Rasmussen out there by the legs. Inadvertent, of course.
We're gonna get a replay of that.
That is certainly that's a dangerous play, and he has to wear the armband of shame, which is given out to players who do dangerous plays or not very spirited. But as you can see here, Rasmussen cutting up the line. And he has caught that, and yes, Burton is trying to hold himself back, but he really didn't have a chance, and that was a very irresponsible play there. And so he deservedly gets the armband of shame, which I think is quite an interesting.
Yeah, interesting concept. We'll talk more about that.
Hey, wow, that's a lot of time, more time than there was before. And this gives Seattle a huge opportunity here. It's really going to be a hospital play.
Oh, wow.
And big, strong Cochran comes out again and saves the day.
I think he made 2 Ds right there, 2 or 3.
And he does, and I believe that is the actual half at this point.
Well, another exciting end to that half. Well played by both teams. San Francisco with the 2-point lead. We'll see it right there. Look at
this and
swatted it down. Not in my house.
Simon unfortunately being grounded by Brammer, so there's a lot of work to do. Burton looking for the big hammer, and that is a big floaty hammer.
Oh, great catch.
And Trediak reads that well and just sticks the landing. And that was, I think that was a little bit of sun there in Chen's eyes, but Trediak did a great job of bringing that down, and wow.
It looked like Chen was all over it for that D. Trediak said, no, thank you, I'm going to get...
Have all of Seattle's coaches half been hammers? Oh, except for that Simon did have a flick earlier.
With that hammer.
Just Trediak used his body and muscled his way into his position. Yeah,
he wanted it more and he got it.
I don't know if he wanted it more. I'm pretty sure Chen.
Yeah, Chen wanted it too.
Yeah, it's really forcing Duesberg to play on offense because he's a very skilled handler. Meanwhile, there's a big huck there to Boucher. He runs for it and he gets it right outside the end zone.
Wow.
And just like that,
15 seconds.
They get another break.
That's all it takes.
And that was a great put, I believe, by Joy, who finds Boucher, who looked like he had rockets attached to his feet there. And that's exactly what San Francisco needed. They got the crowd fired up. We'll look at a replay of this. Kittredge, he finds Joy. Joy pumps, big flick. Boucher is just, trust me, that's Boucher. It's not just a blur.
Just outrunning the defense. Steps back, nice and easy.
Dahlman just cleans it up. Just up quickly, find that throw, and Wiggins does. Burton puts it out there for Trediak. Oh, and a
great catch.
He was hanging there for a while.
He was going backwards.
And jumped, took his time, put his left hand up, and brought it down. Great grab there by Trediak, and that was a nice fast break for Seattle. They really needed to answer, and they did a good job there.
Second great takedown by Trediak we've seen today. Seattle only down by 3 right now, 16-13, with 7.5 minutes left to go in this final quarter.
And they could very easily get a break back now with the wind to their back. I think they're going to put on their. This is the defensive point to get the stop right here. We've got a replay. Burton floats it out there to Trediak, closely guarded by Bayless and Wynn, but he
just read it perfectly.
Shrugs him off and
looks a little shaken up coming off the field. Needs to Get some oxygen.
Yeah, get the magic sponge or something. And Kinley's going to have to throw a big throw there, and he's got Clark, but surrounded by Dogfish players. And it falls nicely to Koss, who makes up for an earlier throwaway and throws back to Clark, who seems to be hit in the head. But great read by Clark, and that's 3 points in a row by Seattle.
They're right back in this game, only down by 1 now with 3 minutes, 13 seconds left to go.
And they've really quietened the crowd. It's like a...
Let's see that score again.
It's like a library out there, and I think that's a timeout there by the Dogfish. I think Coach Safdie and Rubes and Jackson are going to try and set things straight. But everyone misreads that. Koss comes in, says thank you very much, picks up the garbage, and throws it quickly to Clark.
Clark got whacked on that.
San Francisco with no timeouts.
Referees are huddling up, want to make the right call here.
He's going to have to do everything he can to get around the big long arms of Duisburg. He throws a quick flick, and Dahlman brings it down, as casual as you can be. But now he is excited. That was a big point from San Francisco.
It's a great flick by Grant right there, holding his composure, as you say, against the big long arms of Duisburg.
And finding Dahlman, who's also, once again, you know, I think this is a testament. Here's you see the replay. Grant faking an inside break there. Whew. In the only place, the only person can catch it is Dahlman. But I think, you know, a lot of these players are they're replicating the. What do you do? Is it the same thing? Is Brammer going to back off? They recognize that Simon is the trigger man here. They'll do it again. Big pull right up in the end zone. Everyone there.
That's
and Taylor with the save.
Wow.
And an exciting conclusion to a spectacular game. Hats off to Seattle for a fantastic, really energized attempt. They were missing 9 to 10 players, but San Francisco will be the team going to Philadelphia.
A great season, a great matchup against Seattle all season long. The 4th time they played against each other, and you could really ask for nothing more than a 1-point game to decide the team that will play in the championship for the Western Conference in 2 weeks in Philadelphia. That will be the San Francisco Dogfish.